Hey yo, it's 2/5 of them boys, so you know what that means. We're here. It's me, the one AJ Anthony Jordan.
As always, Big Tone, the new champ, is in the zone.
I really wish Ava needs for me to talk about because this is twice in 1 week I have to hear this. Bit of second place, guys. Bit of second place. But anyway, we need when it comes to news, it's very difficult in saying what we're going to cover, what we're not going to cover, and we're building. And it's a new season. The WrestleMania videos just about come out. The top 5 videos are still coming out. But had to really address this situation because I'm just one of those people that when I feel something really needs to be said, needs to be said. I've seen the promos for about a week now that the Young Bucks are going to air the footage from All In. And I was like, is it really going to be that backstage footage? And then it is that, yes, it's going to be CM Punk. And then it's that. And I was like, surely it can't be exactly that. But sure enough, Wembley do have CCTV. And sure enough, we got to see Brawl In. And it was very underwhelming, dare I say, compared to everything that the world had seen. We had that, and then we had Will Ospreay taking shots at Triple H and about the grind and certain man only getting to the top because they were grinding on the boss's daughter. Do you know what came to my head, Big Turn? I'm going to let you take your opinions on both of this after. But my instant reaction to this was Tony Schiavone taking a pot shot at Mick Foley at Raw and the ultimate decline of WCW after that. It just felt the same way. I feel that with wrestling being in a place that's definitely focused on WWE leading into Mania, any year, any given year, it doesn't matter who you are, it's always going to focus on Mania. Just after Mania, this is your first show. You've got a pay-per-view coming in 2 weeks. Don't highlight the other company. And not in that way. People have been saying you're just recovering from Punk, and the first thing you do post-Mania is bring Punk in. Not a good look.
Yeah, look, man, my whole thing in it, about seeing this thing. The first thing I thought was, and this was the very first thing I thought was, Tony Khan, you can't be like as smart as you think you are because you cut a promo saying you was in fear for your life. I don't recall seeing you in the shot of that brought in. So how was you in fear for your life? Like, did you hear about it and have a heart attack and like how you was in fear for your life or something? Yeah, like, is there more footage that's not there? Like, all I'm seeing is just like, man, Tony, if that's what makes you in fear for your life, man, you gotta be the moisture soul, like walking around, yeah. Because I'm telling you, man, that that wasn't even that deep. The whole thing, like, literally was just like some underwhelming 5 second pub brawl in it, yeah. Where
Well,
it
pub
got
brawls are
split
deeper.
up
That's the
straight
sad bit.
away. The,
Pub brawls are deeper than that. This is what makes it worse. It's like there was nothing to it.
this was literally like I don't even know what they thought they was proving because basically this just validates what everyone's been saying, innit? Yeah, that like basically Jack Perry did the thing. Yeah, Punk is walking through Grilla. They like run into each other face to face. They start like like yapping at each other, and then yeah, Punk tries to like thinking it, yeah, like who's this little boy, and there was just happy minute, yeah. And basically, that's how brawling happened. Yeah, and then it was about what less than like 30 seconds, and that fight was over. It was broken up. Yeah, my gosh, you would have thought like it was Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah, how they was hyping it up the whole year, man. And this is what they show. It was still so underwhelming. Like really, what was the point, man? I get CM Punk went on and did like that whole that interview with what's his name?
Ariel, the MMA Ariel
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
Ariel in it, yeah. And like yeah, that's a good watch. But you know what? If you really want to counter, you go on Chris Van Vliet in it, yeah, and you just like talk about it there. Hell, you even show it there. Yeah. And like again, you can break it down. I mean, the one thing I will say is a little funny that it was done by the executive versions of the Young Bucks. That is kind of in line with the douchiness of what they would do and like the storyline that they try and use it as. a cover to say, "Oh, this is why we lost to FTR." All right, that for me is a little funny, yeah. But the sad thing is about it, like we all know that the true driving force behind it is Tony Khan. Tony Khan is very upset with how he's been made to look, yeah. But hell, man, just live and learn, take ownership of it. Yeah, to be honest, Tony, you really could have quashed this whole thing. Yeah, there's no why is it a thing where Punk has walked up to Jungle Boy? I see a lot of executives standing around him. Why is this being allowed to happen? Yeah, I don't think this would ever be allowed to happen in WWE like that. Now I know it's Team and Pain, that they're a company that's been around a lot longer. So again, they've had a lot more of a chance to put in place stuff like that. Yeah. But again, that just highlights, it doesn't mean in it necessarily what Punk was saying was untrue. Yeah, but again, there's always three sides to a story, isn't it? Yeah, there's Punk's side, and there's Jack's side, and then there's the truth. Yeah, and from what we've seen, what was supposed to be the truth was very underwhelming.
I mean, look, if I'm honest, I think I'd prefer to see the video from Brawl Out, if I'm not mistaken, where it was Punk.
Yeah, that's the one I want to see.
That's the video
I want
I'm
to
really
see
looking
man's getting bitten.
I want to see doors getting kicked off. I want to see dogs going wild. I want to see Ace Steel with rabies. Like, that's the video you need to show me. But like, clearly, we're not going to see it. But like, look, I underwhelmed is one thing. Tony Khan clearly had Punk lead the part where Punk just about goes off camera. He's leaning at him and shouting at him. Now, I'm not one to over-endorse stuff, but I'm going to give credit to like Nico and Den, because when they called Anthony Ogogo Cody's B and he turned around and pulled the fist up, they didn't flinch. They have not come back and said, you know what, that was kind of scary. I feared for my life. Yet this man is running a company and he's one wrestler shouting at him. You've got everyone around you and you feared for your life. Like, bro, what's going on? Like, I that's literally what came into my head. I was like, how and why? Now, this shows me you're a man who's got a lot of money and can afford real life toys, because if that scared you, my brother, always walk with the lights on, because I don't know what a shadow will do to you. Also, You're talking about stuff happening within WWE. I don't want to bring people's health into it, but I know Triple H has got a bad heart. I can see him stepping up to CM Punk if needs be, even though he's not allowed to physically compete anymore. Again, I'm not the bravest of men, so you know what? Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh to Tony Khan. But my biggest question is, all right, we can use a joke of this is why the Bucks lost to FTR that night and XYZ or whatever you want. But did Tony Khan, because reports have now come out, the Bucks were against this. If you look at Tony Schiavone, he was definitely dead against it from the video. Will Ospreay was against doing the part that he had to say. What did Tony Khan really expect to get from this video going out? Let's take away any storyline. What bad light was there to be? Like, at the end of the day, everyone knew a fight kick took place. Now, if it's going to be that, hey, you know what? Jack Perry, who also doesn't really want to be part of my company, didn't throw a shot. Punk is the ultimate villain here. He said that in his interview. He said, I choked a man out. We had words, I choked him out. What was the benefit of this video? The only thing that I've seen thus far is the world comparing him to Ravishing Rick Rude, because they're like, he was on Raw on Monday, he's on Dynamite on Wednesday. That is literally the only thing that's come out. In a way, they've also kind of put the Bucks in there because they had a little vignette with Cody inside his WrestleMania package. So they're like, that's all you've done. You just put people on TV twice on two companies. I don't get what he's done. I don't see any promotion. Right now, I think he's talked about how it's the highest rated Dynamite in the past 16 weeks or something. But that was hyping a video that people hadn't seen and were curious about. Now that they've seen it, I don't see half of the population running back to Dynamite next week, let alone Collision or Rampage, which is this week coming.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I will have to like agree with there is that like ultimately the point that you was trying to make like wasn't very good. But what I do think is that what he was trying to do, yeah, is often what like Nico's like was talking about in our last video. Yeah, when you try and stir up controversy, basically, so people will come and tune in, and to a degree, it actually worked. Yeah, because again, we're here making a video about AEW Dynamite. Yeah, like So yes, there's that. I mean, my only thing is that it's just not for the good reasons. And that Tony, if you knew that that's how it was gonna go, and you was prepared to take the hit, all right, kudos to you, man. Kudos. Yeah, like you're fully invested in that. Yeah, like even bad news is news. Yeah, and you leaned into it. Fair enough. But however, if you was thinking, oh, this is get back time, we're gonna stick it to WWE. Yeah, you just made yourself look very silly if that is the case, because one, forcing poor Will to go on there and say some silliness that we've heard 1,000 times about, Triple H, grinding his way to the top. Look, that may be how Triple H got his foot in the door, but listen, Triple H has survived the McMahons. They're gone, he's still there. That's all you need to know about this man and his work ethic. Yeah. They've gone. There is no McMahons. Stephanie McMahon was like a surprise.
Yeah,
And
she's not back on the board.
was that there you go? Yeah, and like Triple H is in charge. Yeah, and somehow The Rock is his boss. It's a crazy world we live in, man. Honestly, but the point is that the whole dead thing that we've been hearing for years and years. It's just like those easy shots, isn't it? Yeah, saying that Triple H in it. Yeah, he's only where he is because he slept with the boss's daughter. Yeah, that's the type of Bob I expect to hear back in 2002 or something in it. Yeah. But now I just don't feel that that's the type of thing they should be having Osprey do. Yeah, Osprey should be a complete reset. Yeah, he is your future, and he doesn't need to do no edgelord stuff. He just needs to do a bit of light-hearted promo, and then him do his talking in the ring. Yeah, like look at the guys that you've got. Like you had a banger of a match in it with Copeland versus Penta El Zero. That's the type of thing that we need to be focusing on here. Yeah, like not be focusing on a guy that's in the other company, and to be honest, who's living his best life in that other company. Yeah, like look, let's just face it, you both got your separate ways. Let it go. This is no Montreal screw job thing. It's just petty. It's weak. It doesn't make anyone look good. Yeah, if you want to send someone to go talk on Chris Van Vliet or whatever, yeah, fair enough. Like I would respect that. That's fine, isn't it? Yeah, but
Can I just cut
making
you?
it a part of your actual show, silly.
Can I just cut you? The ministry are also open for interviews. I know I'm kind of trashing Tony Khan, but Triple H, Tony, we're open. Just let us know. We'll free up a schedule. It's not a problem. But yeah.
One thing that makes it a bit peak as well is that look, WWE painted literally about 48 hours ago, and it painted the Elite in a very good light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like again, I was shocked on the landmark WrestleMania. Yeah, WrestleMania 40. They allowed Cody to put up pictures of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Yeah. Like why aren't we all friends again?
We've acknowledged AEW. We've acknowledged AEW without saying AEW in the purest form. Like
They've showed like the man's at WrestleMania 40. This lives in history forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I again, like all I can think is why aren't we all friends again? Like here. Like
but this is the
again, it's
thing.
just
Like it was weird. Like I get the whole playing on the word grind, one grind versus the other grind. I get all of that, but it's also, as you said, not that we're past that era because anyone can play that game on Triple H anytime you want, you know. However, when people are saying that the Triple H era is in full swing, when people are saying this is the best Mania that they've seen, guys like Nico, who breathes AEW, was like, I loved this pay-per-view. You know, what are you doing by trying to take shots at this guy? It comes back to what you're saying. Why aren't we friends? And even if there is a tad of animosity and there is a bit of frustration because CM Punk was a punk and took a shot at you, you didn't win. You didn't win by showing that footage. The sad bit is, and I don't know if you've seen any of these videos online, but while the video was playing, the people in the arena were actually chanting CM Punk. So it on so many levels, there was no win on this. And I'm going to take this away from AEW, and I'm going to make this so widespread to anyone. I'm going to say non-WWE, but I'm not going to go that way. To all rival promotions, unless you're actually doing business with that promotion, it doesn't pay to take shots. I've always found it really irritating when people open their mouth on another company and it just amounts to nothing, especially when the other side don't respond. And
It's
I just found it
basically
weak as this week from AEW.
what it is. It's just like going out there and saying the hometown's name. It's a
Yeah.
cheap. That's cheap heat to it. Yeah, just like going there and mentioning other people from other companies and everything. Yeah, it's just cheap heat, isn't it? Yeah, and this is what like I guess Tony was going for, but I just think you were just trying to put butts in seats in it. Yeah, and like basically eyes on your product with this whole thing. Fair enough. Show the Young Bucks thing. Don't come out here and try and ruin Osprey by having them do silliness like that. Yeah, like because again, especially if they're against it as well. Yeah, why are you trying? Why are you forcing people to do like things that is just not necessary? Yeah, it was not necessary at all. Like I did get a kick out of Young Bucks' explanation. Yeah, I thought that was funny. Yeah,
I was
but
even
like,
more confused by it, if I'm honest. I was like, huh?
I thought it was funny to try to spin the whole thing to, oh, that's why we lost to FTR. Yeah, that amused me. Yeah, because again, like that is just heel stuff. Yeah, but the whole thing, like it's just really you created a week of talking for the wrestling industry, and to be honest, I think everyone's gonna be gunning you, Tony Khan, did it? Yeah. And like CM Punk can sit back and laugh while he continues to be one of the biggest stars in the world, yeah, and probably gonna be a champion this year, really. Yeah. So
Do you know what's also really funny? You know, there was that whole rumor of there being an NDA regarding this whole situation. Clearly not. Like, clearly not.
I think there was, but it's the time has elapsed. That's why Punk was able to go on Ario speak to Ario, and then why they've been able to do that because the time has elapsed. But all I know is a man turned around and said his life is in danger. But the footage I seen, in no way, shape, or form was his life in danger. No, but again, what I will try and say, because I want to do like sort of, try and have a positive twist. I feel this whole thing has to be a learning curve for Tony Khan. If you're gonna be in this business and you're gonna be in there long term, yeah, I just feel while you're learning, you really shouldn't need to be that hands-on with the staff. I feel there should be a level of insulation between you. You should have a right-hand man that is gonna walk up there and physically push Jack Perry away from Punk, innit? Yeah. And be like, no, this is not happening. Like again, I'm pretty sure why could someone like Billy Gunn in it, yeah, that big hench guy in it, yeah, that makes everyone look like children, walk up in it, yeah, just like, all right, Jack, we're done. Yeah. Why couldn't Paul White? I know Paul White is like, semi-injured, but you're still gonna be like, nah, I need to respect Paul. If
Bro, if he
Paul
could have
told
if
me
he
to
was there to
move,
help Grado, he could have been there to stop that fight.
yeah. I mean, like even Joe, like when he did come over, basically held Jack away. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and I know like when these things are heated, you don't really expect them to go how they're gonna go. But again, you should all know that it's Punk in it. And like I see a section standing around him. Someone should have been in between them. Yeah, and that's how it is. Yeah, that should have never been able to get to where it got to. But where it got to wasn't even all that, man. Like I just feel it was very silly. Yeah. But hey, live and learn. Learn from it, Tony. Learn that, like, look, stop sinking to people's levels and with pettiness and stuff in it. And you do need to be bigger than that because you're running like a company in it. Yeah, you're running the true competition to WWE. Yeah, and like you just need to have your head on straight and basically make sure in it, yeah, you just provide a good product. Let's focus on that. Don't worry about other guys, even if they're taking shots at you. Don't worry about them, which they're not. Yeah, because again, they just see you as little bro. I'm sorry, they do. Yeah. So like, don't worry about that. Just concentrate on being the true wrestling fan show. Yeah, and that's how you win people over, man.
Look, I would like to agree. I just feel that on an episode where he was getting a lot of eyes on him, maybe it worked because some people just felt like taking digs at WWE and they're like, oh, this is a company that's doing it for me. But between the Bucks showing a video that was like, oh, so that's what all the hype was about in August. Okay, let's move on. Will Ospreay doing a grind, and I'll be honest, I miss Triple H talking about him, but okay, that was the pot shot back. And then the other thing was Mercedes Moné. She did not appear like Sasha Banks to me. There was her moaning on the floor has now become something quite memeable. Left, right, and center. It wasn't the best showing for AEW.
In parts, though, like I said, again,
You brought up like Adam Copeland and stuff like that, and I'm hoping that is what a non-AEW fan will take away. Like, I'm sure there's more positives which you could highlight.
Yeah, like I said, again, like the match quality is always going to be, good in AEW. It's always going to put a smile on my face watching the product. And like I said, this is what you need to focus on. You've got Okada, you've got Ospreay, man. Yeah. And there's a whole roster full of people. That brawl that Joe and Swerve had at the beginning, that was great. And these are the type of things that we need to be dealing with. Yeah. And you just need to get yourself back on track with a actual focus in it. Yeah. Let's dead all of this Punk thing. He's gone. He's in the other side. Yeah. He's come and did an interview in it. But hell, man, like I said, just send someone else out to do an interview. Do you see WWE wasting their airtime on their show? No, you don't. So you don't need to do the same. I get why you did it. It's controversy and put a lot of eyes on it. Hell, we're making this video based off of it. So to some degree, I see what you're saying. I see what you're trying to do. I'm just letting you know it was not a good look.
Right, guys, look, let's not waste any time. What we need to know right now is your thoughts on it. Please comment below. Were you a fan of the video being exposed? What are your thoughts on Tony Khan's bravery following the video? What are your thoughts on the grind and how it plays out? What are your thoughts on AEW moving forward? Will you tune in again if it's your first time? Will you tune in again if it's not your first time? What does the future of AEW look like? Should they keep taking shots or should they just keep it to the in-ring? Because quite frankly, that's what a lot of people say they do best. Please comment below, like, share, tell your friends, comment on this video so we know which way, because I could be wrong, Big Time could be wrong, we could both be wrong. Maybe he needs to continue doing more backstage footage. I don't know. It's on you guys to call it. So until the next time, I am the one AJ Anthony Jordan.
And I'm the new reigning defending champ, Big Toe. Out the zone, man. Yo, show the brawl. The brawl out video. That's the one that we really want to see.
That's what we want to see. Throw the doors off, get the dogs in, let it all go out. That's the one, Tony. I will tune. I'll pay-per-view that one. But until then, guys, we out. See you.